Park it like it's hot. Get an attitude. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. I got the rollie on my arm and I'm pouring, and I'm over the best because I got it going on.
I'm a nice dude. It's a nice dream, yeah. See these ice cubes, see these ice creams. Eligible bachelor, $1 million bow. Phantom, exterior like
The Bucks look to take charge at the Bradley Center. We're going to bring it to you live from Milwaukee. First game of this trip here for the Pelicans. They're hoping to start it off with a W. Still trying to find that groove they had last year. They'd like to grab hold of some new momentum and get closer, Steve, to where they were a season ago.
When I look at New Orleans, you know, they've been right in the thick of things here in the early going. Wins and losses coming in just about equal measure. Basically a 500 team is what they are.
Yeah, a team that's somewhat in limbo, Clark. You wonder which way they'll go, become a true contender, or maybe back to the draft for answers. This season will give them some clues as to which way they're heading.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. The backcourt, Holiday and Gordon. Evans and Davis are your small and power forwards. And it's Ashik in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo, and another basket for Milwaukee.
He was one step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
Holiday goes in, off on the layup. Here's Ashik, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Obvious foul. Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
And the second free throw, good. About a minute played so far here in the first. Can't get it to go. And now the second quarter, just getting set to start. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, Steve and Clark, your thoughts?
Yeah, the defense has been terrific. They came out right from the beginning alert and focused, and they've been really good at that end of the floor.
And I think Coach has to be pleased with the effort, Steve.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Woodruff out there with Holiday. Then there's Glenn Davis. Then it's Matt Barnes. And it's Davis in at the 4. Dudley the pass to Mr. Perfect. Lets it fly. And again, it's Milwaukee converting. So it's the Pelicans now. It's a 10-point game. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, and in the end, it wasn't even close. I mean, they had points coming from all over the floor.
Boy, they were locked in and ready to roll, and offensively, they just had a rhythm that was impressive.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They have really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
Poked away, stolen by Holiday. The 10-footer can't hit. Here's Udrich, up in time, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so we can...
All right, listen up, guys. Way to come out strong in the first half. Taking care of business.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Oh, look out.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all five guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
It's stolen. Now the pass to Mr. Perfect. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
When you keep turning it over like they have, you give your opponent the chance to get out and run on you.
Boy, and it's come back to bite them so often here today.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. Pondexter kicks to Davis. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And it's Gordon penetrating. Pass to Pondexter. Evans outside. Evans right side. Almost, but it rolls out. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game. So, nope.
Good work out there, Scrap.
Yeah, man, taking care of business.
I feel that.
On the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Milwaukee Bucks are ready for this thing to get started. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. I'm Kevin Harlan. You look at the Atlanta Hawks. Well, compared to last season, you'd have to say the start to this season has not been quite what you'd expect. They hope to improve their record with a win tonight, certainly.
When I look at Atlanta, they've just never really found their groove this season. I mean, not yet anyway. They're kind of stuck in the middle of the pack right now.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of time left to find that groove, Clark. That's the problem. I mean, unless things really come together for them soon, I think they're going to...
And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3 spot. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. Bucks ball. There's 21 seconds left to play. It finally drops after rolling around the rim. Mr. Perfect's got 6.
They've had the hotter hand in the first half so far, no question.
Yeah, it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting.
And stolen by Horford. Corver. Quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
And I thought the defense was key here for this club. They really tightened up and made it difficult on their opponent.
How about the help on the drives and rotations? I mean, they've really been in sync as a unit.
Stoudemire out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Kent Bazemore. And it's Hammond in at the 3. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Knocks it loose. Now the Bucks moving it up.
You know, as soon as that steal was made, it was over. That was going to be a bucket the whole way.
That's exactly how a turnover costs you.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
We've seen a lot of silly plays like that out of them today. Just way too many.
And the Hawks making a change here. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Just 72% from the line last year. Not great numbers, but you know, of course there are worse out there, that's for sure.
And boy, I tell you what, he's really coming to his own this year. I mean, that is an enormous step up from what he shot at the line last season.
And so that's the end of the first half. Bucks lead by 15.
All right, fellas. Great job in the early going. But we've got to keep playing the same way.
About to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
Some excellent numbers in this one for Mr. Perfect. He's got 14 points, and he has been the definition of a thief with all those steals.
I'll say, I mean, defensively, he's fought his way through this game beautifully. They haven't gotten away with any loose passes, any sloppy ball handling when he's in the vicinity.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Mr. Perfect in at point guard. Brent Hinson, the duo inside. Mayo out there with Antetokounmpo.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
Well, that's part of what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Down it goes. Nice one there from Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect's got 5 points now this quarter.
It's been said often that good defense leads to offense, and that's what we're seeing here with all these points off turnover.
Yeah, because the defense doesn't have a chance to set up once they've made that turnover, so they're really taking advantage in transition.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
This was a showstopper, wasn't it?
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Mr. Perfect.
Well, I'm sailing.
Yeah, another one of them flip mode joints. Bust the rhymes, y'all. Word mother, y'all. Check it out, y'all. Just sing to the back. Make you feel good, make you feel alright. don't care. Lost like a bunch.
And now, give it up for your Milwaukee Bucks. Introducing It's an Eastern Conference battle here at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee as the Bucks look to work the home court to their advantage. I'm Kevin Harlan. We've got an action-packed Saturday night of NBA action for you. Thanks for joining us. Here with me tonight, Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. You take a look at the 76ers. Some doubts forming early for these guys. They've gone 0-4 to start the season. They need a win, fellas.
Well, right now for Philadelphia, they've inserted themselves right into the playoff conversation, at least in the early going, that is.
Yeah, they seem to have turned a corner, climbing the ladder to a team that just might make the postseason.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got Grant. Noel is out there at Thompson. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Hunt in at the 2. The shot's good from Mr. Perfect. Now here's Beverley. Tight defense on him. And it's blocked by Henson. Tipped away. 23 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Antetokounmpo passes to Mr. Perfect. Connects from three-point range. Mr. Perfect's got 7 points.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Shot to stop the run, and it's Beverley missing. Here's Mr. Perfect, and he drains the 3, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
Well, now that we can see the replay, it looks like he did get the shot off originally, and that's the call we should see here.
You're right. I think he got it off, but anytime it's as close a call as that was, in a big situation like this, it's always smart to take a closer look.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
The defense was really impressive there, guys, in that first quarter. They came out focused right from the beginning.
And, Steve, that's a big part of why they're on top right now.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Thompson is out there with Noel. Then there's Isaiah Cannon. Then it's Tony Roten. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Now the Bucks moving it up.
Ooh, that was awesome.
Look out below.
Guys, that was the perfect way to start this game. Let's go over some stuff.
The start of the second half, big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. We're seeing a tremendous game for Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive efficiency.
Mr. Perfect, he's in at point guard. Parker and Henson, the duo inside. Mayo out there with Antetokounmpo. That's the group from Milwaukee right now. Well-placed LU pass into the layup.
They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
Mayo brings the double team. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Well, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have
Dialed in from long range. I like it.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Here's Middleton. No good on that last second attempt. In a moment now to check out our State Farm assistant. And what a pass it was by a talented point guard.
Well, this is what he does. This is the kind of plays he's known for, Kevin. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for the Bucks.
Their superior ball handling. Won it for him here, Clark.
Well, Kevin, when you squeeze the orange, you get more shot opportunities, and that's always a good thing.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
Well, this win gives them a victory in round one of what's basically a four-game fight between these teams this season.
And it will be a fight, Steve. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra meaning.
For the players. Fantastic show put on. What an amazing game all around it was for the self-proclaimed Mr. Perfect. He was extremely efficient offensively, getting looks, knocking down big shots all game long.
On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Tony Roten out there with Thompson. And then there's Henry Sims. And it's Sampson in at the small forward. No good for Mr. Perfect. And so it...
Good job out there tonight.
Yeah, thanks, man. I had a nice little matchup and did my thing.
That's what it's all about, seeing a weakness in your opponent and taking advantage. We got the win, but there's always room to improve. I'm right?
Yeah, man, I'm going to break down the film tonight and see where I can improve.
Hold up. Did Rick just say he's going to break down film?
Yeah, I know, man. It's a first. I got it, I know.
It's a first? That might be a miracle, man. I don't even think Nostradamus could have predicted that one.
2K Sports presents the NBA. Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. So don't even think about switching over to football. This is Kevin Harlan with Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg. We got the Charlotte Hornets facing Milwaukee. And the injury to Lance Stevenson, this is really big news here.
Well, it's going to be a few weeks until he's back, but that's not as bad as it could have been. It could have been much worse. In the end, given the way it looked when he was helped off the court last game, I think he'd consider that good news.
I agree, Clark. I mean, it could have been a lot worse. And I know being out for a few weeks will be very difficult for him, but this is probably best case scenario when you really look at that replay of the injury from last game. That was gruesome.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. At the 3, MKG and Cody Zeller at the 4. Ryan Roberts out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Jefferson in at the 5 down low. Mayo with it. He's picked up by Walker. Mr. Perfect hits the three-point bomb. Mr. Perfect's got his first 3 points of the game.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
To halt the run, and again, the Hornets missing. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And I know some...
And we reached the end of the first.
This Wednesday.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Yeah, the defense has been terrific. They came out right from the beginning, alert and focused. And they've been really good at that end of the floor.
And I think Coach has to be pleased with the effort, Steve.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Charlotte, looking at who they've got. They've got Jason Smith. He's out there with Hairston. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Daniels in a 2-guard. Plumlee, the pass to Ilyasova. Here's Mr. Perfect. The stupendous finish in traffic. Mr. Perfect's got 5 now.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
Here comes Michael Carter-Williams. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Dudley the pass to Mr. Perfect. He got it up. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And that is simply...
And that concludes the first half. The Bucks on top. They lead by 12.
Okay, fellas. Nice job sticking to the plan in the first half. Now let's widen the gap and get these...
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes.
Quarter for Mr. Perfect. He has 8 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
Well, they might want to think about setting a few more screens for him to try to give him another open look or two.
Parker and Henson, the duo inside. Mr. Perfect out there with Mayo, and it's Ande DeCumbo in at the 3. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
You know, when he gets rolling, guys, he can be an absolute handful to have to deal with. And right now, he is rolling strong. Walker with a clean look. Bank shot. No good.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
Got a piece of it. Looking at the last game for Charlotte, it was a loss to the Heat.
I thought overall, Kevin, it was mostly the defensive efforts that hurt them. Just no energy, no purpose.
Steve, I thought they were...
That's the way to shoot the...
Didn't really communicate well.
Deciding to change it up. On the court for Charlotte, we've got Al Jefferson. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Jason Smith. And there's Kemba Walker. And it's Roberts in at the 2 spot.
I called you in here for a reason.
Yeah, what's up, Coach?
I want to talk to you a little bit about one of my coaching philosophies, something that's become very important to me over the years.
I'm all ears.
Basketball is not boxing, it's a team sport. It's about learning to put your own needs aside to focus on what's best for the team. When we succeed, we all do it together. When one person is down, we're all down.
Oh, you talking about Ubuntu. I've been hearing about that for years. I'm all about that.
Good. With your role here, I think it's really important for you to embrace this too, and for you to help your teammates do the same.
Of course, Coach. Man, it's about the team. It's not about personal accolades or recognition and stats. It's really about winning.
Exactly. Glad to hear you're on board. Just keep thinking along those lines, and it will make a difference to the team.
Hey, Coach, I'm with it, all right? I appreciate the talk.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. Last game for the Hawks, they picked up the W against Orlando. And they put it all together in that game. It added up to a phenomenal win.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Hawks. Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. Teague out there with Kent Bazemore. And it's Hammond in at the 3 spot. Atlanta shooting their first foul shots of the night here. And so Teague gets 2 free throws.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Here's Mr. Perfect. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
I'll tell you what, he's come into this game with the long-range stroke from the three-point line looking really solid.
Millsap sets the pick for Teague. The pass to Hammond. The tray. Can't hit. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, he got it!
Boom! Buzzer! Knock it down!
Shot. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Boy, a ton of threes in that first quarter. This team really lighting it up, guys.
Yeah, it's been an onslaught from downtown.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. We've got Stoudemire. Kyle Korver is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Scott, and it's Hammond in at the small forward position.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Unhindered, going all the way. And Carter Williams slams it in.
Boy, he is a strong finisher on the fast break.
Yeah, he sure is. He remains in total control, even at full speed. I love that about him.
Korver kicks to Schroeder. Hawks passing it around. Atlanta again missing. Now here's Ilyasova. Mr. Perfect the pass to Carter Williams. And another three for Milwaukee.
Well, they played terrific basketball at both ends, and that's why this lead is totally out of control.
Really been an almost flawless game for him, Steve. No doubt about it.
Hey guys, great execution in the first half, but we still have a few things to talk about before.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. Now anything can happen. We're seeing a tremendous game from Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive efficiency.
Mr. Perfect, he's in a point guard. Parker and Henson, the duo inside. Mayo out there with Antetokounmpo. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes on the bounds. Bucks retain possession. On defense, the Hawks trailing by 19. Pass to Mr. Perfect. There's the pick. Clock at 6. He kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Three-pointer. And O.J. Mayo gets the three.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Got a piece of it. Outside T. From deep. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And it. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm play of the game.
And
Wait till you're announced. We've not yet.
Welcome, everyone. This is the NBA on 2K Sports, coming to you live on this Saturday night. This is Kevin Harlan along with the rest of our 2K broadcast team, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. The Cleveland Cavaliers coming to this one after a win against the Charlotte Hornets.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The two stars, LeBron and Love. At the 3 and the 4, Kyrie Irving is out there with Smith. And it's Perkins, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the shot is good. Mr. Perfect's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. So for Milwaukee, their last game, a win against the Atlanta Hawks.
You know, their shooting percentage in that game, you look at the box score, it's just off the charts. I watched the tape. It was mostly because their offensive execution was flawless.
Yeah, they did such a really nice job of moving the ball side to side, opened up the court for them. It makes it tough for the defense when you spread out and move the ball the way they did, and they got high-quality shots as a result.
They've made one basket after another since
Welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
On the court for Cleveland, LeBron is the 3 with Thompson at the 4. Amon Shumpert is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Bass in at the 5 spot.
Straight to the bucket with a nice head of steam.
Well, no reason to slow it down when there's nothing in the way.
The steal. Here's Mr. Perfect, guarded by Shumpert. Mr. Perfect, and another basket for Milwaukee.
And the buckets always coming in bunches for him. And right now, they are really rolling.
Another steal. Launches a 3, and he gets it to go. Mr. Perfect's got 15.
Starting to really play well here and trying to pull away.
Yeah, and they're doing it effectively, Steve. I mean, they're on all cylinders right now, clicking beautifully.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, great work in the first half. That's how you take care of business on your...
Well, it's been so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Just absolute domination in this one for Mr. Perfect. 15 points and all the steals he's collected only add to his impressive stat line.
Yeah, whether he's picking someone's pocket or picking off a pass, he has been causing some mayhem out there for sure.
Parker and Henson, the duo inside. Mr. Perfect out there with Mayo, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Irving can't hit.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
That's good.
Well, that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there.
And Love has it in the corner. Smith outside. Smith drawing the double team. And a wide open look for Irving. Again, Irving missing. And here we go with O.J. Mayo. Here's Mr. Perfect. And another basket for Milwaukee.
They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the act.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, it had to be this play, don't you?
And so it's the Bucks.
Yes, sir.
Welcome, everyone, to the Bradley Center. We're in downtown Milwaukee, the home of the Bucks, where we'll be broadcasting today's live action. After this game, the Bucks head back out on the road. Game after game, the unbroken streak of wins to start their season continues.
When I look at Milwaukee, boy, they've been one of the big stories of the early season so far, and for all the right reasons, too.
Yeah, that's right. They've been better than anybody could have predicted to this point. They don't have a lot of star power, but they play together. The pieces seem to fit, and, they were flying under the radar, but all of a sudden now people are starting to recognize how good they are.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Detroit, Monroe and Drummond there inside. Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt, and it's Miller in at the 3. Here's Mr. Perfect. And he gets the clean bounce as that one drops in for him.
And they get on the board first.
Looking to set the tone early.
Outside Jennings. Jennings with another miss. From half court, the shot is off. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
So difficult to get a shot off against this defense. They are really playing hard.
Yeah, they're playing hard, and they pride themselves on making it tough for their opponents.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Jennings out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Goofus, and it's Allen in at the 4-man position.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Now here's Carter Williams. Pass to Mr. Perfect. Shot clock at 6. Into Ilyasova. And here's Dudley for 3. Good on the shot. Dudley's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
Here's Jackson. Not really his range, and it's off target. Second quarter in.
Hi, Kevin.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first. If we pay...
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. For the Milwaukee Bucks, they won their last contest, that game against Cleveland.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored at will, not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, looked like a mismatch to me.
Mr. Perfect, he's in at the point. Parker and Henson, the duo inside. Antetokounmpo is out there with Mayo. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And now it's a double-digit lead. That's 10 points for Mr. Perfect. Stolen away. Fires the 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
I agree, guys, and the points add up in a hurry when you start giving up easy looks from long range.
Jennings can't get it to go. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Boy, you can feel the confidence growing right now for this club at the offensive end.
Really an ideal time to have one of these runs after halftime, but before crunch time. They're setting themselves up for a great fourth quarter.
And now let's go back to a play from earlier. And so it's the...
Our pick and rolls were way too sloppy last game, so we're going to work on them today. I want solid screens before you roll to the basket. If the defenders sag or go under the pick, we'll get a wide open jumper. If they don't, then the roll should be there. Now let's do it. wanted to have you running suicides until somebody lost their lunch. I wanted to get you in the weight room to see if there was a real man amongst you. But I decided not to. Sure, practice was pathetic. The effort was horrible. But we'll treat them like professionals. Tell them today was simply not good enough. You don't bring in next game, expect some serious shuffling in the lineup. Now get out of here.
Yeah, another one of them flip mode joints. Bust the vibes, yeah. Word mother, yeah.